Yes, I'll be showing you how to upgrade or replace the speakers on the 2010 Ford Focus. This uses the 6x8 speakers. I will be using some kickers here. We'll be using these Kicker 6x8s to do a direct replacement to it. So I'll show you how to do the front driver and rear driver. It'll be the exact same process for the passenger side, so it'll be fairly easy to do. So some tools you'll need is a Torx 30, flathead screwdriver, panel removing tool, 6mm socket for the bolts on the speakers, and that's pretty much what you need. So anyways, let's get this started. To do the back driver side door, you need to remove this little panel up here. You need to use your panel removal tool, remove that. Then you're going to expose a Phillips, and I forgot to mention that, Phillips screwdriver. You're going to remove this little cover here, and there's a Phillips there. At the bottom of the door, there's another Phillips there. Then we'll need to remove this little cover for the window switch. This cover here, which will expose a T30 screw here, a one at the top. We also need to remove this little cover behind the door latch. That will also uncover a 30mm Torx screw here. And after that, we'll just be going around to the bottom and the sides, removing the clips on it, and then lifting it up. And we'll be removing from the top here, so we'll have to make sure that we cover or clear this to take that panel off. Alright, so to take this off, there should be a little clip on the harness. Press down on it and remove that. Then we'll take the Phillips screws off of this. So we need a 2. Next, panel removing tool. We'll do the door handle cover here. So you can start at the bottom towards the back, or at the top here, whichever is easier. And pry that off like that. Then you work your way up, and slowly you can remove that. It's just these little clips on here. Remove that. To do the top, I'm going to do a flathead screwdriver, whichever is easier for you. And then pull that out, take the little cover out, then take your T30, and that's all we need. So we got the 2 screws here, we got the top pieces. So now we're going to do the Torx 30. There's the one here, and the top one. Alright, now we got everything off, all the screws and everything. Take your panel removal tool or your flathead screwdriver, whichever you have. We're going to start at the bottom here. What we want to do is feel for the clips that are holding the door in place, and if we get one off, we can get our hands underneath and start prying from the bottom to the top, like that. Take your hands underneath, right up, and we got them all off. Gotta lift, nice and slow. And get that panel off. Right, so now to get our door latch off, what we need to do is this white clip here, we want to slide up or forward and out, like so, and then lift the cable with the opening, and lift it out, and that will release that. So now we got access to the speaker. So take your 6mm socket here, and you should be able to remove all 4 screws. Quickly pull back out. There's a little speaker connector here. On the one side, there's a little clip at the bottom, so you gotta press on that, and then wiggle it off, and there's our speaker out. Now to connect the new speakers, you have a few different ways to do it. First, double check your polarity on your speakers, make sure you get it right. This I'm already going and tested, so mine, the positive is on my right side, the negative is on the left. Way I know, because I already going to test it for one, and second, the one closest the little clip to release the connection, that's my positive. So these speakers did come with a little pigtail harness here. It's just opening on one end with some solder, and then the little two connectors here, one for positive, negative on the other. So what you could do if you want is cut this one off and then solder these connections and then connect your two wires to it, or you can cut the include some back connectors. I'm not sure if every speaker will include this, but this one's did. You can use back connectors to connect them, but what I went and did was I bought these little aftermarket connectors, so I can all I have to do is connect mine like so, click right in, and I go to my new speaker. So it saves me a lot of time, and I'll just when I tuck it in, I'll tuck it in off to the side here so it doesn't hit my window, and I know I'm covered for that. So then I'll have my harness sitting here. Now I'll post in the description down below these connectors that I bought, but be aware, and I read this online a lot, is that some of these don't come pinned correctly, meaning they have them backwards. And when I got mine, I tested them and they were incorrect. So what I had to do is repin them. So I had to go inside the connector, push up on a few tabs here or a tab to release them, and then switch the pin position. So that's how I was able to do mine. I won't show you because they're actually a bit of a pain to do, but you can actually do that. So this one is easy way to do it. Just be aware of whatever you buy that they're pinned correct, or you have to do it yourself. Alright, so I got my harness here all tucked away with a zip tie, and so inside here there's a few openings. So there's a couple of openings here, so to put my zip tie through there and clip it to the side here without affecting where I mounted. So now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and connect the two connections here, the positive and the negative. Just slide over those little covers there. Make sure they're both nice and snug, that they're not loose, so they're not going to come loose while you're driving, and you have to go and take everything apart to reconnect them. So we'll do that. It's there. So these ones do fall into place. These ones do have the 4 connections, and they line right up to where the factory mounting holes were, so I don't have to worry about anything about that. So we'll put them there. Remove the screws. Usually put one at the top to hold it in place. Alright, so there you go. There's the speaker. There's no need for any mounting brackets or any adapter or something like that. These ones drop right into place if you're replacing them with 6x8s. Put everything back. So what we're going to do first is actually grab the controller here, or the connector for the window switch. I'm going to plug that in so that harness doesn't fall inside, so it will stay there. Next, we're going to line up to the top. But before we do that, we'll put the latch here on first. So just do it backwards, slide in the little cable at the top first, and then slide it back into place just like we took it off. So we'll do that. Next, we're going to line up to the top. We're going to go inside the weather strip in here in the window. Don't do it on the edge here, do it on the inside. Angle here, like I said, we'll slide the lip, slide it into this, and then guide this into the opening here. So start the top, line it up so that the lip goes in here, and then with your other hand here, you have to kind of guide it while you're working at the same time. So make sure that's in there. Slide that at the top. Make sure it goes up and over, and then slide down like that. Okay, so now that's inside here. Push it down. Make sure this is sticking up, and then we should be good here. Now that we got the door panel into place, it stays free. So now what we're gonna do is just visually check that all the connections here lined up to where they're opening at, and then once we have that, we're just gonna push into the door and everything will lock into place. Alright, so now we're gonna work on the driver's side door. It's pretty much the exact same process of the rear with a few differences. One is going to be this one here, which we have to remove remove the little harness for the mirror control. And two, when we take the panel off, there's also going to be a little harness for the door lock and unlock here. I will show you one thing on the driver's door. You have one Phillips here, as I mentioned in the other one, but this one has two of them, so you have two of them. So this one, mine didn't come with it, so must have been taken off at some point. So before you do yours, make sure there is two of them, so you don't go and try to pull something and break. Same thing as the other one. Now we have everything off. You go and slide up. It should come off here. Same thing as we did before. I'm going to take our little latch here for the door. Remove that cable. Now this is the other cable I was talking about, this connector here. So pushing the little lever. Oh, that one came off easy, so that's easy there. That's that. We pull our harnesses out. We'll get the door panel off. Exact same process to get the speaker off. Same thing. This is our connector. Press down on it. Remove it. Get the old one out of the way. And I'll run it this way. And put my zip tie over here so that my connections will be nice and tight. Let's go ahead and plug in our speaker. Again, make sure it's nice and tight in there. Get our little covers on there. Okay, that's on there fine. Let's put in the speaker there now. Now we got the speaker in there. I've gone and tested it, so it's good to go. So now we'll put the panel back in. Again, we'll start at the top, making sure that it mounts in the right place. Place our door latch here cable, our little connections. Make sure to fish your connections for your door, window, and everything here first. And we'll put everything back in. Alright, so now we've got all the speakers installed. Let's have a quick listen to them. I found a song on YouTube that's copyright free, so we can play this song. So let's have a listen to them. Sounds pretty good. Obviously a lot better than the stock speakers. So anyways, that's how you upgrade or install some speakers in your 2010 Ford Focus. It should be pretty much the same procedure for that generation of Fords. Easy to do. They're 6x8s. I'll put in the description down below the little adapter harnesses plus the speakers that I used, and you're good to go. Anyways, thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, let me know.